How's things, guys? In this video today, I'm going to show you how you can complete competitive research that would usually take 4 or 5 hours in under 5 minutes. What we're going to do today is we're going to complete a form. We're going to fill in some fields of somebody you want to research. And then from there, we're going to do the deep research. We're going to build a full funnel strategy. We're going to write copy. We're going to build out a summary. And the goal here is to get a full report into your inbox within under 5 minutes. I'm also going to pull the URL that you put into the form, and we're going to pull their meta ads and we're going to merge it into the email too. So by the end of this, in under 5 minutes, you're going to get a full report that would usually take hours. All of the resources and templates that we build and we're shared in our Skool community. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the YouTube comments below. But any questions as well, we can answer them into the Skool community. But again, this is a really powerful workflow. It's going to save you tons of time and bandwidth. So let's get into it. Before I walk through the actual workflow in detail, node by node, I want to just walk through how we'd usually visualize and think of a workflow before we actually start it. So essentially, this is an AI workflow. It's an automation that won't change once it's built. So basically, I would think of this as building blocks. So kind of like Lego blocks stacking on top of each other. And what do we want from the start and what do we want from an output? So I know that we want a report with a full funnel strategy. I want a summary. I want a copy, and I want docs attached to the email. I also want to scrape the competitors' ads and understand what's actually going on within those ads. I want to know the URLs, if they're videos, images, what types of ads they are, how many are active, when they're active, lots of different questions that I want answered. And again, as I said, this is so powerful that it will do it in under 5 minutes. So I want to fill out a form with multiple fields, which we'll go through and fill one out in a couple of minutes. And then, as you can see here, we're leveraging AI in multiple areas within this. So you can see it is an automation. I understand the tech stack that I need here. And also, these are the LLMs that we'll be using here. So essentially leveraging the AI. So we're going to be using Perplexity for the deep research. And then from here, we're going to be using Claude for the copywriting. So I'm going to walk through now the in-depth analysis. We're going to go through this workflow step by step. We're going to fill out the form and then we're going to let it do its research, write the copy, and as I said, we'll go through it node by node. Again, if you have any questions, all of these templates are in our Skool community, so all you need to do is follow the link in the description, sign up to our Skool community. It's free. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them there. So let's get into it. What we're going to do here is we're going to execute workflow and we're going to use Gymshark as an example. So what we do here is we put in the company URL. We can put in Ireland. And if you want, you could put in Nike as a competitor. It's not required. Hero products, leggings, and then the research email I'll add to. Now that the form has been submitted, you can see now that the workflow is live and functioning. So it's now completing its deep research on Gymshark and it's going to build a full funnel audience generator after that. It's then going to write some copy. It's going to build a summary and it's going to create a doc. Share the doc, it's going to update the doc and create a URL. And then from down here, once that's complete, it's going to come down here and it's going to create a sheet and it's going to scrape all of Gymshark's ads. And then it's going to move that up in here and it's going to also share it to the end report as well, which we'll go through in a minute. I'm going to show you the whole kind of like executive summary and the key findings and also the attached documents that you'll receive. So as I said, what usually takes a couple of hours is only going to take a couple of minutes. As you can see here now, it's now finished this deep research. It's now moving on to building the funnel using Claude, and then it's going to write some copy. Essentially what this is doing, the copy one, is it's going to actually write copy off the back of what it's built, the full funnel, the 5 different stages within the funnel. And then this is going to write some copy and this is going to summarize it. Okay, guys, so we're just going to run through this quickly node by node, show you some how we've built it out. And as I said, all of these templates are going to be in the Skool community. So now that we're after completing the form, it's after completing the deep research, we've got some really, really good output here. So how we've built this here is we wanted to be a business research specialist and conducting comprehensive research on the provided company. So the provided company is Gymshark. So you can see here we're after pulling the variables from the form. So the company website, the country, known competitors, which we said was Nike, and the hero products. So we know our leggings too. So we have all these inputs, and then what we want out of this is we want the company overview. We also want the products and services, the ideal customer profile, competitive landscape, market intelligence, market context, strategic insights, and also marketing opportunities. Again, listen, all of the sources used for verification too is important, and the output will show you the next steps. But again, this is what we want into our comprehensive report at the end. But I just wanted to show you what we've actually used as, let's say, the prompt. You can see here that we're after pulling over 25 citations. It's going through all of the different search results, and you can see the complete output here that we have. So from here, we've got the funnel audience generator. So from this one, again, these are just examples, but we're pulling the URL from the form. We're also pulling all of the research that we got from the previous step. So you can see here tons of output that we're after receiving from the previous step. And again, look, this is just an example, but we said we'd go from a full funnel strategy. So from problem unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware. And again, we've got the marketing implications and then some instructions down here. So again, you're going to tell it what it is. You're then passing on the variables from the previous step, and then you're giving it some context and structure of how to follow. So again, you can see here the output on the right hand side. Moving on to the copy generator. So as I said, essentially what this is basically doing is we're taking the information from the previous step and we're building out the, I suppose, the funnel and the copy from off the back of this. So as you can see down here, we've got, this is the message. So it's a copywriter and a generator agent. So we're walking through the different stages of the funnel. We're going through what we actually want. So we want like the goal, a specific goal for this stage. And then we want to move on to like what a hook could be. And again, we're giving it a bit of structure throughout that. And then we're getting it to write the copy for us. From there, we're moving up and we're going, okay, well, we want to have this in a Google Doc. We also want to share it to everybody so it's available and as a viewable source. And then from there, we want to create a URL that we can then merge and link in the document. We also want to have a summary of all of this too, so we can see it as a glance, kind of like an executive summary. So that's what we're going to get. And then from there, it's important to take the templated sheet within the Google Drive. We will then make a copy of that, and we're going to take out the URL. So what we're going to do here is we're literally just asking it to take out the HTTPS out of this, and we're just going to go with just Gymshark.com. So you'll see here, it's just pulling Gymshark.com. So that basically means that we can then feed this to Appify. So we've connected to their API. And essentially what we're doing here is we are feeding this in to get the Gymshark. That's why we took out the HTTPS. And you can see that we are looking at their Facebook library. So essentially we're going for 100 ads, last 30 days that are all active and all countries. Whereas you could actually just go, we just want Ireland or UK or even any countries within the EU and so on. From here, we're after collecting all of the ads. So you can see here, it's actually now pulling all the ads. It's getting all of them essentially from the API. Here, it was just collecting all of them within Appify. So it's within their actual platform, but now we want to actually pull them and we want to put them into a sheet. So within the sheet, you'll see this is just pinned data for now, but essentially what this is doing is it's pulling all of the ads into a sheet. It's sharing the file. It's doing exactly what this done up here. It's creating a link and then it's merging it in here. So again, I just want to run through the copy generator and then also the summary. So as you can see here, the summary, we asked it to pull in the deep research that we got from the previous step. which is here. And now the output looks something like this. So you can see here, it's just much more summarized version than what we had in the previous step. So again, I just want to walk through then the final report that we would receive within the email, and also even the doc that we'd receive with the copy from the copy generator too, which I think would be really, really good. And all of it combined as a resource. So again, this workflow took about 5 minutes to run, and the insights that we're going to get are amazing. So I'm just going to continue this video as soon as I receive the email within the inbox. Okay, guys, now we're in the inbox. So I'm just going to run through what we've received from the email. So we've got some key sections here. So the company snapshot, the key findings, so the strengths, the challenges and the gaps, the customer intelligence, main pain points that they solve, competitive landscape, marketing opportunities, high priority areas, and then we also have the additional resources. So we've got the full funnel strategy that's after building, and then also the access to the sheet here with all of their active ads. We can also break it down and look at the key videos as well. So just moving back here, we also have the next steps as well. So again, we can actually add in more competitors to the form as well. We can tailor this approach, but again, you'll get the fundamentals that the goal here is to break down and find out all of the key findings alongside building a full funnel strategy as a base, and then we can go from there and build a full strategy off the back of that. So we have the key findings here, so the strengths, we have, as I said, the challenges, all the way down to, you can see here, the direct competitors, so Nike, Lululemon, Alpha Elite, which are similar target demographics, and then the market and opportunities too. We also have some key priority areas, so going into the corporate wellness, the subscription, and then the emerging markets expansion. So now I'm just going to go through very quickly the template that we've created, and it's filled out for the full funnel awareness model. So we have the problem unaware. We also have the problem aware. Then we have solution aware, product aware, and then most aware. So look, in this case, I think it's fair to say that most of the people would fall into the bottom for Gymshark. It's just so well known. But for other brands, you would have an emphasis for the problem unaware. And you can see here that we have a goal for each. We have an ad hook for each. We have the text overlay, so copy example and a CTA. We then do this for statics. So again, for each one, we've got a video example and then a static example with copy written that we can then use and build more concepts off the back of. So again, really, really good resource. And then we've got the key themes down here. So confidence before performance, authentic community and quality accessibility, and then platform adaptations and the budget allocation recommendations too off the back of that. So as I said, look, with Gymshark, it's probably mostly going to fall down here with a weighted budget. But for other brands, again, building up the problem unaware and really trying to drive that top of the funnel traffic and over time converting them is important too. So again, within 5 minutes, it's after building all this, all we done was put in a URL to the website. We also put in the country that we wanted to locate, and then also we just put in Nike and leggings being the core product. So other than that, we didn't really do much else or give it too much. So I think it's fairly impressive of what we're actually after getting back. All we done was filled out that form, click the button, 5 minutes later we get all of this back too. So I think it's pretty impressive. Yeah, all of these workflows can be tweaked and as you see fit to how your business operates. Everybody has different strategies. But as you can see here, it is an automation, it's a workflow, and it's leveraging AI. It only takes a couple of minutes to complete. It's going to save tons of bandwidth and time, even from an ideation stage. And again, off the back of this, you could even try create static graphics off it and do many different things, feeding it into different parts of the business to help each other out. So again, in unison, you could have a whole team here that's working together and creating some really, really cool strategies quickly. And yeah, you can use it even for if you're building out decks or presentations and feeding all this information and then leveraging AI off the back of that to turn around pitch decks too. So look, loads of different ideas, but I think it's definitely a good start for competitor research. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them into the comments below or in the Skool community. All of the resources are free and we'll leave a link to it in the description. Cheers.